Hello, I'm the Progressive Disciple. I'm taking a journey through the Bible, and I'm inviting you to join me. Today, we are studying the book of Habakkuk. The first chapter of Habakkuk is about Habakkuk's complaint to God, and God answers that he will send the Babylonians to repay the injustice. Habakkuk makes a second complaint, saying that the people are like fish that nations cast their nets to bring in. This brings on the question of why use even more immoral nations to punish immoral Israel. In Habakkuk chapter 1, verses 2 through 5, it says, "How long, Lord, must I call for help, but you do not listen? Or cry out violence, but you do not save? Why do you make me look at injustice? Why do you tolerate wrongdoing? Destruction and violence are before me. There is strife and conflict abounds. Therefore the law is paralyzed, and justice never prevails. The wicked hem in the righteous, so that justice is perverted. Look at the nations and watch, and be utterly amazed, for I am going to do something in your days that you would not believe, even if you were told." Habakkuk's complaint to God seems apt for our own time. It seems like injustice has run amok everywhere. People are rounded up without due process. People are judged by the color of their skin. Rights are denied because of who you love or who you feel you are. But I have faith that God will correct these injustices. Look in the past, when the crime of slavery was corrected, the fall of Hitler, and the fall of the Berlin Wall. So I will watch and be amazed at the latest injustice being corrected. In chapter 2, God replies to Habakkuk's complaint at the end of chapter 1. The enemy is puffed up and greedy. Woe to him who piles up stolen goods and extorts. Woe to him who builds a city with bloodshed. Woe to him who exploits others with sex. And idols have no value. In Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 18, it says, "Of what value is an idol carved by a craftsman, or an image that teaches lies? For the one who makes it trusts in their own creation. He makes idols that cannot speak." This speaks to me because I think of the United States. We are cutting aid to other nations, and I think this is a mistake. To roll back the good that we do in the world is something that disturbs me. We are relying on our own creations, our atomic weapons, our ships, our aircraft carriers, our tanks, our aircraft. And I am not saying that we should not defend ourselves or weaken our defenses. I am saying we need to put some trust in God and do His work in the world. That way, nations will be less likely to want to attack us. Chapter 3 is a song written by Habakkuk about how powerful the Lord is. In Habakkuk chapter 3, verses 16 through 18, it says, "I heard and my heart pounds. My lips quiver at the sound. Decay crept into my bones, and my legs tremble. Yet I will wait patiently for the day of calamity to come on the nations invading us. Though the fig tree does not bud, and there is no grapes on the vine, though the olive crop fails, and the fields produce no food, though there is no sheep in the pen, and no cattle in the stalls, yet I will rejoice in the Lord, and I will rejoice in God my Savior. These verses call to me because it reminds me to be patient and put my trust in the Lord. For the ills that afflict our nation will be addressed. So this is my take of the book of Habakkuk. Please like, subscribe, and comment. My favorite verse in Habakkuk was not one that I actually covered in my study. It's from Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 20. The Lord is in his holy temple. Let all the earth be silent before him. I've heard this verse before. It is often used as a call to worship. And so, now is a time for another lottery. I do this when I reach the end of a book, or do a book in one session to select the next book that we will study. Okay, so I have a ticket right here. And the next book that we are going to study is the Epistle of Paul to the Romans. This book is 16 chapters long, so I figure it'll take about 3 or 4 videos to do. I am the Progressive Disciple, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.